You keep it quiet, we say it loud. The things you hide, we're calling out. Double lives and blurred lines, love that cuts, truth that bites. Sex, secrets, and a little sass. Nothing stays buried when you drop the mask. We're the Gen Sexers, no shame, no filter. Just the truth, but hotter.
Krissy, we're live.
Hey,
Well,
we are
not really.
live. First episode of Sex, Secrets, and Sass. I love this title that you came up with. I'm on board. It's fabulous. So, hello, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of our podcast. We're so
Yes.
excited to be doing this. We have decided to dub ourselves the Gen Sexers. We are Gen Xers with a little bit of sex and sass. So, Krissy Johnson, Angie Martin, the Gen Sexers.
Here we are. And
Here we
I'm
are.
I didn't think I was nervous, but now I'm nervous. So,
Right. Me too. And it's just you and I talking in the studio. And yet we know that at some point, people, millions of people will possibly be listening to us.
yeah. And I think I'm feeling like there's an audience right now. So,
Right. Right. There's an imaginary audience right now. Um,
so I think that, people might want to know why now and
mhm.
why our title. Like, what are we going to be talking about in upcoming episodes?
Yeah. And why did we start this? Who are we? What
Sure.
kind of authority do we have to start a podcast? Well, we just are. We're just starting it because we want to talk about things that our generation, women of our generation, and beyond, and earlier. What am I trying to say? We just want to talk about topics related to sex and secrets and leading double lives and all things.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
don't know if that's really all I wanted to say, but we are both therapists. Yes, we are both therapists that niche around this topic.
Yes.
So, Angie, tell me a little bit about your background and what niche you were working with.
So, well, my background is in a whole bunch of different things. Interestingly enough, this might even play into future topics, but I did grow up in Utah, and yes, I grew up Mormon. I am not practicing that any longer. And I think it played a role in how I viewed sex for much of my life into my adult life. I am divorced and remarried. And after I got divorced, I went back to get my master's in clinical psychology, and mainly because I found myself gravitating towards meeting with women. I was a fitness instructor, and they would want to meet with me afterwards to, hey, let's go get coffee. And so I would, and they would just open up. And I thought, wow, I really like this. And so, yeah, I became a therapist, and my niche is working with women who either are seriously thinking about having an affair, are in the midst of an emotional, physical affair, are maybe wanting to do that and instead drinking a little more than they want to admit, or shopping, or, finding anything else and just can't get their mind off of what they would really like to do outside of their partnership, and working with them to uncover why, because it's not necessarily about the relationship that they're currently in. And so I have enjoyed working with women, especially around that, and thought I'm just going to turn it into my niche. And so here I am doing that.
That's fantastic. So, without like asking your age, I'm curious around what age were you when you decided to go back and get your master's in this? I think we're very similar in doing it later in life than maybe
I'm
something
happy to say I'm 55 years old. So definitely
awesome.
middle age. And I went back when I was 42, I think. So, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so similar.
Yeah.
So
Just tell me more
similar.
about you. So
Yeah.
tell
So,
everybody about you.
oh my goodness. So, I, like you, went back to get my master's when I was 41. So I was 41. I'm 54 now. So very similar time
Yeah.
frame. So interesting.
Yeah.
And when I started my master's program, I had ended a really horrible 5-year abusive relationship. Not physically, but emotionally, financially, psychologically. And I had been seeing a therapist of my own who was transformational. And I decided, oh, I want to do that. So, I mean, I had a whole other life. I don't need to go into my story in this episode per se, but I have a master's also in music. I performed. I have my massage certification. I massaged so many things. So my niche, I'll circle back to that. So my niche right now are women. I love working with women that either have been in the adult industry in some way, whether they're sex workers, sensual massage therapists, escorts, exotic dancers, and also women that are leading some sort of double life, whether they are having an affair or they did have an affair, or they're in a toxic relationship that they can't tell anybody about because they're embarrassed.
Mm.
No, hey, I'm still in this relationship that I know is bad for me.
Yeah.
So, which I can relate to. I can relate to all of this on so many
Right.
levels. So, yeah, that's my niche. So
Yeah.
I feel like our niches are very, very similar. Mm,
Yeah. Living that
one-
double life or living what some of my clients have referred to as a lie, just not feel, just they, not knowing who they are, which I think heading into perimenopause, we do start to question who we are. So I think even that framework, the more I'm looking at like menopause and perimenopause and
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
hormonal shifts that women go through,
Mhm.
I think can lead to not knowing who we are as
Yeah.
well.
It's so interesting that you bring up menopause and perimenopause. I was with 3 gentlemen last night, my husband and a couple other gentlemen, and we were I don't know how we got on the topic of menopause, but it was so interesting. They were asking me questions, and one of the gentlemen really didn't know much about menopause, and he had interviewed a woman, an expert in menopause, and she was talking about how women typically don't talk about it. I think it's
Yeah.
changing, right? I think that's definitely shifting.
Yes.
And for so long, it was kind of a taboo subject. And so they were asking me, why is it a taboo subject if half the population, right, goes through it? And from my opinion, I'm not an expert in it, but I am a woman and I am in menopause. So from my perspective, it just wasn't talked about growing up. I don't think my mom ever told me about menopause. There's also, I think, just a taboo around women and aging, and so talking about menopause also means you're talking about the aging process, and we have
Uh-huh.
such a youth-oriented society, culture that
That, and as I'm listening to you talking about it, still goes back to our only purpose on this earth is to procreate. So
absolutely.
as soon as we're unable to do that, we are not worth anything anymore. We can just be cast
Yes.
aside, at least in some societies. There are
Yeah.
cultures that revere the women who have, reached this certain age because of the wisdom.
Yeah, can we
Yeah.
move there? Where is that? I wanna move there.
I know. But you are so, oh my gosh, I think, that could be a topic actually of,
Mhm.
what is sex like post menopause? Like, oh my God, no one told me.
Nope, nope, it just hits you and you're like, "What's happening?"
We talk about men. Oh, well, there's a pill for that. There's nothing that talks about what happens when we don't want to do it anymore, or
Right.
my God, it hurts and it never
Uh-huh.
used to hurt. So,
Mhm.
I don't know. It's all part. This is going to be so much. I see this morphing into all things female,
Yes, yeah, I love that.
right? The
I totally
sass.
can see that.
We can be sassy, but we're frowned
Yeah.
upon if we're sassy. We can be
Mhm.
sexy, but we're kind of frowned upon if we're sexy, too sexy,
Mhm.
and even by other women. And then the secrets that we
Yep.
have to hide from other people, because what I have found with women who are cheating on their partners, they don't really talk about it with even their closest friends because it is such a taboo subject.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they're walking
absolutely.
around with this secret, and it's really hard to
Mhm.
have that and not be able to share it.
Yeah, 100%. So, for those of you who are listening at some point in the future right now, based on what we've been talking about already, what are some things that you would like us to talk about?
Mhm.
So, I don't know where this is gonna be ending up, but, Instagram us, DM us, email us, message us, let us know what you wanna hear about. We want to take all requests seriously.
Absolutely. Like, I was even doing my ab workout today. I don't know if you know about this, and my friends are all very jealous of me. They say they would be doing ab works every day, but it can cause that same, sensation down there that leads to orgasm when
Wait,
I
what?
do. Yeah, yeah,
Ooh, okay, tell me more about this. I wanna hear
yeah.
more about this.
I noticed it when I was in my 20s, and I would do what is called the, I don't know if it's the Roman chair or something, but it's something when you're
You put
at
your
the
arms
gym
up?
and you put your arms up and your leg, now your feet are off the floor and you're
Yeah, the
bringing your knees
crunches. Mhm.
up to your chest. I can't do those. Those cause me to
Do you actually have an orgasm, or do they just create, like, the sensation of,
they
"Oh, I'm
create
going
that
to," like,
sensation that's like, "Oh my
oh,
god," and I have to stop.
wow.
Yeah, I don't have a
Wow.
full blown, that would be quite something, but
That really would. Wow, that's so
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, and it doesn't happen every time, but every now and then, and I'm not quite sure why. I keep meaning to look into it, but yeah, that's I would love
Huh.
to have maybe even a doctor on here to maybe explain how that is happening.
Like, the physiology of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd love to know the body mechanics behind that.
Yeah. I'm also going to be doing some ab working out after our after our podcast today.
Mhm.
Oh, that's so funny. I had another
Yeah.
thought and I lost it, but, that's because I have menopause brain.
Yes, and you were thinking
Yeah.
about your ab workout later.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So when did you start noticing symptoms of, like, perimenopause? And did you know that's what it was at the time or only looking back? Like, for me, I only know looking back. Like, as it was happening,
Mhm.
no one I didn't talk about the symptoms, and I didn't realize that they could start in my 40s. It just didn't. I don't know, I wasn't thinking about that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I I don't know. I had I've had night sweats, like, even in my 20s, I would have
Mm.
severe night sweats.
Uh,
So, having that just always felt like, I guess this is just, I don't know, something in my body. Um, I honestly don't know. I think it was just, and I've always had an irregular period because I was a dancer.
uh,
So, my body was always working so hard, and I maybe got my period, like, twice a year growing up. I didn't have sex
yeah.
until I got into college because of my Mormon upbringing, and,
Mm,
um,
mm,
in college, that I just changed all that and got on the pill, and that regulated my period. So I don't even really know when. I just remember going to take a test because things were just not feeling great, and the
mm.
blood test came back saying, "Yeah, you have gone through the change."
Mhm. That also reminds me, that's another great topic is, like, how do we women view losing our virginity? And at what point, at what point did we lose our virginity? I would love to have a conversation about that too. Yeah,
Mhm.
for me, it was in my early mid 40s, I guess, that I started noticing, and again, this is in hindsight because at the time I didn't equate it with getting older, but my biggest symptom was insomnia. Like my sleep patterns all of a sudden changed. I was like, what's going on with that? At the time, I I had just I just graduated with my master's in therapy, but that same year I got a job doing a show, like traveling with a musical. I went on tour with a musical, and so I did that for 3 years, and my sleep completely changed, and I thought it was because I'm traveling so much, I'm waking up in different, in different cities and different beds, and so I just kind of associated with that, and it wasn't until years later that looking back and hearing what some of the symptoms are, like, "Oh, I was going through it much earlier than I thought."
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did sex ever hurt for you?
Yes, for a brief period of time in my early 50s. That's when I started noticing. It was right around 50, 51, when all of a sudden I would get hot flashes during the day and night sweats. The night sweats were, and then that's when I knew, oh, I'm in perimenopause because I was still getting my
Uh-huh.
period, but they started getting irregular. I was regular like clockwork, like all my life, and then all of a sudden I would skip one, or I'd have two in a row, or one every other week. Okay, something's happening. The night sweats what killed me. Like that, I would wake up crying because I just wanted to sleep.
Mhm,
And I'd wake up
mhm.
5, 6 times a night soaked, and I
So gross. Oh,
so gross, and, like, I just wanna sleep. So, I finally decided to go on HRT, and it it changed my life. I know
yeah,
it's not for everyone. It is for me, and it changed my life, made such a difference. So if any
yeah,
women out there are questioning, will it work? Yes, girl, it will.
yeah. I just started it probably 2 months ago
Mm,
because I thought that I can't keep doing this. This is just
mhm.
it's no fun anymore.
It
Like,
was a game changer.
I was not wanting. This is where my children and my husband are gonna be like, "Oh my god, please don't talk
Why are you
about
talking
this."
about this?
Yeah, but, yeah, it's good to know. It's just like
Mhm.
this hurt. I didn't even want to have sex, and I'm a very sexual person,
Oh,
so
yeah, yeah.
that was like, I something needs to happen, and I
Oh,
think
yeah,
I
that was your original question, right? Your original question to me was, "Did it ever hurt?" Yes, there was a period of
Yes.
time where it I thought there was something wrong with my vagina, like, I thought there was
Yes!
something wrong that it hurt. I thought maybe, I don't know, I have a tumor down there. I don't know. It's just like,
What is
what's
that?
going on?
Worst possible
Right?
thing, yeah.
Yeah. And that was surprising to me because I
Yeah,
I would consider myself a very sexual person too, and like libido just changed and pain levels changed and
yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I had been told, "Ooh, no HRT, blah, blah, blah," but a friend of mine is a nurse practitioner in that field, and she's like, "You need to
Mhm,
do HRT," and I was like,
mhm.
"Alright, I'll try it." Yeah,
Yeah,
never going back.
because there was so much
So
research, I think, in like the I don't know.
well, it's also like, breast implants. For the
Mm,
longest time, silicone breast implants were, "No,"
right,
and now, no, they
right.
feel more natural than the others.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of breast
Yeah.
implants, do you have breast implants?
I do.
So do I! Girl, so much about each other. Yes. I got, breast implants in my 40s. Think I was early 40s? Early 40s.
I was in my 30s. Just yeah, I'd had my
Yeah.
babies, and I I was
Mhm.
less than an A because I just wanted it for me.
Yeah, I just wanted it for me too.
I
Right.
just wanted to feel feminine. I felt
Mhm.
so flat, and
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
so
get that. Another great topic,
I
right?
know.
Why do we women choose to do, plastic surgery? Is that what it's called? Plastic
Yeah,
surgery. Yeah,
yeah,
that's what it's
yeah, there's all
called.
Sorts.
Enhancement surgery, right. I would love
Right.
to talk about that too. And I'm doing the math. I was actually 39 because it was
Okay.
2010, so I was 39. Yeah, and I had lost a lot of weight. I was thin for the longest time, and then during that really horrible, abusive, just toxic relationship, I gained a
Yeah,
whole bunch of weight. I was just miserable, and I gained a lot of weight. So when I finally decided to leave that relationship and get healthy again, I had lost all this weight, and my boobs were so deflated,
yeah,
and I just felt icky.
yeah.
I felt icky. There's all this extra skin, and they just kinda weighed me down. So, my goal was just to do a breast lift and just get them lifted and get rid of all that skin. So he easily talked me into doing the lift with the augmentation.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And for those of you listening, Krissy and I have not met in person. We met through a coaching program, Clean and Make Bank, with which is for therapists, and Tiffany McLean. Just she's the one who said I was joking about doing this podcast, and she's like, "No, you're going to do it." And we're like, "Okay, I guess we
Okay.
are." She pushed us, and uh, here we are. But
So,
yeah,
yeah,
we have not met in
shout out to her.
person, so I have not seen Krissy's fake boobs.
But you know what? That's the first thing we're gonna check when we do meet in person. Like, "Do yours feel as real as mine?" Let's do a comparison. Yeah. We're not gonna hug
Right,
each
right.
other, we're just gonna wonk wonk.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because that's what women do.
That's what
We
we
don't.
do.
It's all good. But anyway, yeah, we have really. I mean, I'll speak for myself. I've connected with Krissy
Yeah. Yeah.
in a way that feels very genuine. So I think that's why it's easy for me to come on here, and we just want to have conversations. And
And
like, I
normalize.
think this particular podcast has kind of gone all over the place. Um,
Mhm. Mhm.
Which that's okay. Maybe some of them will. Some of them will have a specific topic, and others will be, geez, what happened this week? And let's go from there. Like, there's a part of me that wishes we could have been starting this when that whole debacle went down with the two people at a Coldplay concert got caught on the
Yeah.
Jumbotron. Like,
Oh, yeah.
that was
Oof.
a topsy-turvy thing, and my heart
Mhm.
went out to them. My heart went out to everybody involved
Yes. Yes.
because I
Yeah.
do want to say, just because I do work with people who have cheated, it's not
Mhm.
about condoning because it's not about judging. So it is more of working through
Absolutely.
the pain, um, that, hurts everybody. Every human being does things, whether it's someone who cheats, someone who drinks too much,
Mhm.
someone, just everybody's got pain hidden inside.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
think sometimes for your niche, though, it's not always women go into that industry because they've been abused. Some women actively choose
Actively choose.
to do that. And I think there is a part of me, because I think I'm kind of an exhibitionist if I ever allowed myself to do it. I'd probably enjoy being like one of those Las Vegas dancers. I
Oh, I
just
can see you with the feathers
Oh,
and
I
the
would.
boa yes,
Or to
the
do a
headdress.
burlesque show.
I
Oh,
would love to do a burlesque show.
I would love to do a burlesque show.
Yeah.
But yeah,
100%. But
yeah.
yeah, to your point, a lot of women, I think in some circles there's like this taboo, like women are either sexually abused, that's why they get into it, or they have no other skills or whatever the narrative is. And so many women that I've met over the years, and women I work with, chose it. Chose
Mhm.
it because either the money was fantastic, they loved, showing their sexuality and sensuality in that
Yeah,
way, right?
yeah.
They were able to kinda step out of their day-to-day life and become this character, this persona, right? So, um, I think of Well, I will share this with our listeners on this first episode. So in my 20s, I was in grad school for um, my music degree, vocal performance, and I was doing singing telegrams. This was in the 90s. So I was doing singing telegrams down in Houston, and it was a small outfit of a company. There's only a few singing telegramists, I guess that's the word for us, and one stripogrammist. She did stripograms, and at one point she got pregnant and had to quit. She chose to quit because she was going to give birth. And the owner of the company asked me to switch over to stripograms. And I said, oh no, I can't do that. Not because I would be ashamed. I couldn't do it because I had no dancing experience other than like tap dancing, tap dance. And I thought, I don't know how to strip. I don't know how to strip. And then when the owner told me, okay, well, this is how much more you'd be making per telegram. And I said, sign me up. So I started doing stripograms in the 90s. And man, I made some good money.
Yeah. Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah. And I made it my own. I mean, I was not the sexiest stripogramist. I was
Oh
actually
my
quite
goodness.
goofy. Like I Love Lucy doing stripograms. Is
Well,
what it
I'm
was.
Jamie Lee Curtis in that movie.
True Lies. Yes, that's exactly.
She's all by the bed. Oh, that was such a great scene. Yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies. I love that movie. And yes, that is what I look like. So
I love
that
it.
was my first foray into the world of adult work.
Yes.
And I didn't tell anybody at the time. In fact, I don't know who's going to hear this and say, "Whoa, wait, what?" But I didn't tell anybody at the time. Yeah. Even
Why?
my boyfriend, yeah, even my boyfriend at the time who became my husband that year my ex-husband, but we were married right out of grad school. And so when I was doing the stripograms, he did not know.
Wow. So
Mhm.
you got experience living that double life.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
In more ways than one, but yeah, definitely. So interesting.
Gonna be lots of good stuff on this podcast, people.
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about.
We hope you enjoy it as much as I think we're going to enjoy putting it out there. So,
Yeah, and we're welcome to suggestions, and
mhm.
we want guests. So if you know of someone that would love to talk to us chicks,
Yeah,
let us know.
to us Gen Sexers.
Gen Sexers.
Yeah, as my husband rolls his eyes. Oh my God. Get ready.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Your
so funny.
sassy wife that you always knew she was sassy. It's just going
Mhm.
to show her sass a little more. And I think I'm always going to have a drink. This is not alcoholic, by the way. I don't drink
Mhm.
alcohol, but yeah, I think I might
Mm.
have a trademark.
And this is my drink, my pink water bottle.
You have everything pink.
Mhm. I do. If we ever, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Launch our video along with our audio, you will see how pink I am. I'm always pink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, we used to have ducks, and we had the white ducks with the orange beak.
Mhm.
I think they're called Peking ducks. I don't remember. Well, one of our ducks, one was named Daisy, of course. The
Oh.
other duck had, well, she was named Taco
Taco.
because her beak was pink.
Oh, she would have been my favorite.
I loved her.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking at my pink shirt right now. It's a Nike shirt, and I'm thinking about their motto, "Just do it." And here we are, just doing it. We know nothing about hosting a podcast.
No, so this is
Doing
going
it.
to be fun for any of you that are thinking, do I want to do this? Maybe, I don't know. I've toyed with the idea. I think I have lots of good things to say. You know what? Just do it.
Just do it.
I hope that we will see the evolution of this. And in a year, we'll look back on this one and go, oh my God,
Oh, I know how we were so not polished in that first
we're
episode.
so naive. And that's growth. So it's all good.
There's
Yes.
going to be a learning curve here, folks.
Yeah. Yes.
Mhm.
So if you want to contact either one of us,
Mhm.
feel free to contact me at New Approach Mental Health. I have a website, newapproachmentalhealth.com. And through that, you can reach out to me, and we'll also have information at the end of this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you can reach me at In the Life Therapy, inthelifetherapy.com. And that is the handle on my socials as well. All one
Yeah.
word, In the Life Therapy. So, you know what? We didn't even mention where we are in the world. We just mentioned that
True.
we've never met in person. We've only
Right.
met virtually.
Yes.
We've known each other, what, maybe half a year, maybe a little longer?
A little longer.
A little
Met in
longer, yeah.
June, July. Yeah.
Okay, almost a year. So I am physically located in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Oh, and
And
I'm physically located in Illinois. And I am licensed in Illinois and Indiana.
yes, I'm licensed in Arizona and Nevada.
Yes, which means we can see people in those two states that we're licensed in.
Right, exactly. So we are covering 4 out of the 50 states. That's a pretty good percentage.
Yes.
But even if you don't live in one of those states, we still wanna hear from you, obviously.
Absolutely.
And you can always ask us questions and get in touch with us
Yeah.
for whatever
Yeah.
reason. So, Angie, this has been so much fun.
It has been. It's so fun. We've talked about getting together for a little like happy hour Zoom call, and this kind of
Mhm.
felt like that.
Sure did. Sure did. I'm not nearly as nervous as I was when we started
No,
talking over half an hour ago.
the next time it'll be even better. So,
Yep.
all right, y'all, have great
Have
weeks.
great sex.
Have great sex. Don't be afraid to be sassy.
And
And
maybe having sex just means you're pleasuring yourself, right? Just enjoy. Enjoy your you know what? Happy orgasming is what I wanna say to all of you women. Happy orgasming
happy
in
orgasm.
whatever way you see fit.
I love it. All
Yeah.
right.
Maybe that's our tag out line, our
Happy
tagline.
orgasm.
Happy orgasming. We're working it's a work in progress. We might not go with that, but wait.
All
Okay.
right, everybody.
Bye.